Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to the Lego Movie video game. Let's continue. So, we escaped by the grace of the double-decker couch, and we're still in this third overworld area, and let's see. I'm wondering how many more levels there actually are, because now it's just going to be about infiltrating and rescuing all the other master builders, and I just have no idea what they do for the end of the movie. Let's build this. This is a mess of an area anyways. I know this is supposed to be a destroyed section, and here's the toaster. In fact, I actually just was playing with my own real-world Legos to build a smaller scale toaster, since I have quite a lot of spare Legos right now. So I'm looking here at the design of this one to see what I could get away with as far as building one. Okay, move forward. It's an interesting design. I have a lot of gray bricks, and a gray toaster probably works rather well, but that has nothing to do with playing this game. So we jump to the double-decker couch, and we're gonna infiltrate the Octan tower. Now this is weird, because if this was in the movie, it was not emphasized very much. Well, I never caught that the Octan tower was the Lord Business Tower.
It's the one thing that stayed together.
I always believed in you, Emmet.
I don't mean to spoil the party, but does anyone else notice we're stuck in the middle of the ocean on this couch?
Building
like
Legos and making them stay together is very much a sign of expertise. It's very easy to build things the wrong way and have no structural support there, and it just fall apart. And then if that is the case, you might as well be building with just blocks without an interconnecting system.
I watched Lord Business's forces completely overlook it, which means we need more ideas like it.
Okay. Somebody get me some markers. Some construction paper. And some glitter glue!
So he makes the instructions instead of following the instructions this time, which is nice. Oh, and so we're going to have
to get into the Cragalizer on the infinitieth floor of the Octan Tower, we are going to need to follow these instructions. I call this Emmet's plan to get inside the tower, put the piece of resistance on the Craggle, and save the world. These office towers, I've built 100 just like them back in the city. If we can just get in there, I know where all the air ducts and wiring are. I can get us anywhere.
And
my idea is to build a spaceship that's exactly like all the other Octan delivery spaceships. Step 1, we get the instructions and build the ship.
I wonder if they edited the movie to take out the references to Octan. I wouldn't be surprised if they did. And all of these voice elements, or almost all these voice elements,
see, another use for my awesome double-decker couch,
are just from the movie themselves. So they probably didn't have to pay the voice actors anything or bring them back into the recording studio to make this game. And I would not be surprised one bit if these games, these Lego games in particular, are sometimes just made super cheaply to make a quick buck. And it's a shame. This is the problem, on top of locking up, this is the problem with big movie industries and big media industries, TV and music, and are no better. Even the book industry isn't particularly great. They just want to make a cheap buck, and they're totally willing to make an inferior product for it in the process, when these are good products that deserve better. Like, if they were doing something like the Maze Runner, the video game, I could kind of understand it. I don't think there's the Maze Runner is in particular is probably pretty well set to be a video game, but you're talking Lego Movie, like a super. Oh, did not see that go happening. Blow up the entire ship with its pixelated fire. So yeah, if it was a property that nobody cared about, or I'm sure people do care about it, but that's one thing. But WB does this to Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, and Harry Potter, it might be a little bit borderline, and arguably you could say that it's not as big as it's going to be, but it's still huge. And when the Harry Potter Lego games came out, it was definitely huge. They're not. I don't know how I could reach that thing, so I'm gonna ignore that. Was there something down here though? Oh yeah. That is a problem with Lego games too, is you often just have this element of uncertainty. I don't know what I'm supposed to do or why. Lego sharks, we're gonna make a Vitruvius pattern.
Does one of you want to walk along that beam? I would, but I forgot my bat shark repellent.
I'll do it. As long as I don't fall in the water, I'm not in danger from any sharks. Am I?
Sure.
Now it feels like the Vitruvius lines were added, and they make the bat shark repellent joke again. It is worth pointing out that there have been 3 Lego Batman games. Oops, hit my pop filter. There have been 3 Lego Batman games, and the third one was more Lego the Justice League than it was Lego Batman. So when the Lego Batman movie comes out, it's going to be the Lego Batman movie, the video game, if they made a video game on it, which, knowing WB and knowing TT Games, it seems almost certain that they will do that. That would be a really cool scene if it wasn't locking up every few seconds. Unikitty's all green if she's seasick.
I'm up here on the poop deck. Those micromanagers destroyed the stairs.
The ladders in this game aren't super unique. I always try to keep an eye on that because most Lego games have a significant amount of ladders, and
maybe we can use this boiler.
They get boring.
This is the time for a hot bath.
Can't get up any further. So we'll.
If we can connect the pipes just right, it'll force steam through this hole, blowing us upwards.
I guess we need Unikitty. Queasy Kitty. That's her name. Her name changes. And see, if they had taken half of the characters in this movie and saved them for the sequel, like Batman played way too big of a part to turn around and then be the next character, the next movie. He should have been.
Look who found a crank for that boiler.
He should have barely shown up. I would say. And then you could have had the movie be the Lego Batman movie. What I would have done is I would have had it where Wildstyle says to Emmet that her boyfriend is Batman, and Emmet totally believes him.
Just destroyed these stairs too. I have an idea though.
And then Emmet would totally believe her, but everybody else in the room would roll their eyes and they'd be like, "Sure, Batman's your boyfriend." And then at the very end, I would have Batman show up and say, "Hey, babe," and Emmet and Wildstyle would have already fully fallen in love at that point, and she would have dumped him. And then there would have been a funny line where it's like, "You just dumped Batman." And then the Batman movie could have come out, and we could have done some of the Batman jokes in the credits too. And then that would have left more room for the other characters. Like Metalbeard is another character that shouldn't be in the movie at all.
Who wants to be
You
fired
could have
out of
had
a
his
cannon?
small
Ideally, someone that isn't me.
his small part in the movie could have been replaced by Wildstyle. She could have said the same things that he said, and then what Metalbeard could have shown up in the second movie. Unikitty could have been probably Vitruvius too. Just, it's not good story writing to have so many characters in a movie, particularly a kids movie where you're having to deal with all of that. And see, Queasy Kitty there just jumped down automatically. Let's swap over this way and see if there's where the final piece is. I don't see it per se. I can't play as Metalbeard. Like, you could do a whole Pirates of the Caribbean Lego movies with the new Pirates of the Caribbean movie that's gonna come out, and then you could have done that. There's already been a Pirates of the Caribbean Lego video game, so it would be no big deal then.
I got this.
So Vitruvius opens this door. Where are you? Vitruvius old, as opposed to Vitruvius young, which there's no point in the movie where you see him as young. Didn't bother to do the timing there. I think I just would rather keep things moving.
Time to build us a delivery spaceship.
And I don't remember if Benny was with them at this point or not. I think he was, and he's not even being shown here. So we're looking for which piece? Let's see, that piece, and then that piece. And it starts with 25,000 studs. And that piece. And that piece. Sometimes the colors don't seem to match at all. for a screwdriver piece, and that piece, a wedge, and then where it is, here it is. I'm losing everything here, down to 16,000. Ironically, you're probably always just gonna get 5,000 from it. It's kind of designed to take too long here. They didn't do a good job on balancing the timing mechanism here. And see, they build an Octan ship, and that is what the ships look like. We'll see a cutscene almost certainly, but it doesn't say Octan on any of it in the movie.
Gotta get into Lord Business's relic room to find those disguises.
Why do you need disguises again?
Because of those guys.
We missed the part, I think, where we get to play as Metalbeard. Let's see if we can shoot a bunch of things. We missed the cut scene in the movie where they talk about how everybody knows Bruce Wayne is Batman. There is some real genius in doing the Lego Batman movie, because all the other Batman movies are always made by WB, and they're designed to be so serious, and it has been played out so many times, and it's just boring and dull and uninteresting. It's like we don't want the Dark Knight anymore. We've been force-fed that too much. Problem in the comics with Batman is the same problem with in the movies with Batman. We've just had too much Batman, too much Joker. Nothing new has been done in a long time of any real interest. The comic books in general, oh, somebody's gonna die. Oh, don't worry, he'll be back alive in a year or two. So don't.
Hey.
In the end, I tried to read DC Comics for about, I would say, I did a year and a half of trying to get into DC Comics during the New 52 reboot, which there has since been the Rebirth reboot. The New 52 reboot only lasted 2 or 3 years, and I hadn't even made like full progress there as far as reading all of them, and they had already restarted everything. And see, that's the problem with comics, is that they just they can't ever stay on message. There's always a reboot, there's always a restart. They can't do anything to affect anything, and worse than all of that, they're constantly in this position where they're absolutely going to lose viewers, and anything they do or change is just going to lose them more viewers. So it's a real dying industry. Let's see. And there's nothing that's really going to save it. So for a Batman movie, I don't know what they do. I don't know how. I doubt they are going to succeed, but I don't know how they even think they're going to succeed with the Justice League movies as they come out, since Batman vs. Superman had some major problems. The one thing that that might solve the problem is if they made a Flash movie and it was very fun and let's see. I've got to throw this guy over here. Yeah, if they made a Flash movie and it was very fun, and then they could possibly squeeze a Green Lantern movie out there, and that was interesting, and they could do something with Aquaman and Wonder Woman. Like they've really got to succeed on the next 3 to 4 Justice League movies they make, and not make them dark, not make them brooding, and not make them super violent, which is what they have not succeeded at all to do as far as the most recent Superman movies and Batman vs Superman. It's been the exact opposite there.
I know how to use this.
So they'd have to do a complete 180 to be interesting to me, and since they're not likely to do that, I don't have a lot of hope. So almost certainly the next good Batman movie that's going to come out will be the Lego The Batman movie, but that's not going to turn into a series. You could do 1, maybe 2 if you spread them out really far. Maybe make it into a trilogy, but the fatal flaw that's gonna happen in the Lego The Batman movie is if it turns into an actual Batman movie where they're fighting the Joker or someone else from his collection of enemies. So I'm hoping what it will be is that they'll call it the Lego The Batman movie, but it will still be in this universe, and he'll still be dealing with master builders, and maybe we could have the Joker be the bad guy, but it be a very different style
Look
of
out!
Joker.
Micromanagers!
Arr, they be no match for me cannon.
Alright. So Metalbeard here is, I suppose, supposed to be this really overpowered guy. And I guess he is, he just took out the micromanagers. So, it's possible that man, this is locking up. He would be the character you would want to play with if it weren't for the fact that he's super lagging the game as much as anything else is. I don't know if it really is his actions causing the lag or not. Seems like it might be. That's everybody taken care of.
Look out! It's a dropship!
Can one of ye yank the panels off the side of yonder ship?
So we see the grapple hook.
Now I see its soft underbelly.
So we need to come over here and grab somebody and throw it.
Yes, you did it!
It's an interesting little puzzle there. I kind of like it. And is he a master builder? Can this guy really build? Nope, he can't. Can't even see. So we break in here, and let's say we go through this level. We need Vitruvius. What's the next level is the question.
I'll go. Just a ledge. It's not like it's directly over a massive pile of flaming wreckage.
Does anyone else think he's faking the blindness?
I think there's a large grill up here. Can you shoot it, Metalbeard?
Not from down here!
Okay, I can feel a panel somewhere around here.
Let's see, X, A. Fortunately, this guy is missing horribly. So, Benny, come over here and hack the computer again. Feels like we've done this too much. This level seems like it's getting stuff crammed into it for some reason. And of course, if we were playing 2-player, there'd be 2 of these around here hopping, and maybe that would cause a little bit of trouble if both players were bouncing back and forth. But seems like it works just fine. There you go. Just be near him as to make Metalbeard pick him up. So I think this guy is supposed to walk here so he can pick him up, so he can toss him there.
Up you go, Metalbeard!
See, there's a save continue there also, which has the piece of resistance, the piece of resistance up. And blow through that
Come
door.
on, everyone! I'll go keep an eye out for scurvy knaves. You
There are
won't
several
find
other
those
items
disguises.
here in this collection that
Stuff at the back of the room.
they could have
Use it to
been
disguise ourselves as robots.
added,
What about all
or
those laser beams?
like,
No problem.
I guess
Any
that would be a
volunteers to
great,
cut up into tiny little pieces.
Leave it to me.
like, in the Lego Movie 2, you could say the pieces got stolen by somebody, or that they've gone missing, something along that lines. And then each one of these pieces might have some abilities, some of which made sense, some of them probably wouldn't make too much sense.
Come on!
Past the first set of lasers. We have 80,000 studs. And let's see. Who do we need to play as? We need to play as Emmet. So he can crack this here.
Can one of you master builders use these?
See, and I figured what would happen is we would have found a screwdriver, we would have found a wrench, we would have found a jackhammer, and we would have done all of those things and got multiple abilities and tools. But instead they just stuck with the jackhammer over and over again, which is fine.
Nice.
But a little disappointing. There's a decent amount
No way we'll get over these lasers!
There has to be a way.
Maybe there's a
of Lego
code to turn them
tools.
off.
Buy eggs 0.25697. Trying to look at that number and see if that might be something, if it was held upside down, but it doesn't seem like it would be. So you have a rubber band slingshot. So we're actually seeing some non-Lego things here, but that was in the movie, so it makes sense. The floors are not Lego, the lasers aren't very Lego, the laser emitters are probably Lego. But I guess you could argue these floors might be Lego pieces, but not really. So am I supposed to do this with Emmet? Alright. So I'm supposed to pull the chair this way. Or again, do Benny. So we see 3 items. The question is, where's the circle?
That's it. Punch the code into that weird giant keypad.
Oh, okay, fine. 0.25 6 9 7. Oh, it really did shut down the lasers. Interesting.
And now it's time for Batman.
Batman.
Thanks. Wildstyle and I will disguise ourselves with this. Unikitty, Batman,
I know, the boardroom.
We're going to have so much fun together.
and Benny. You should go find Metalbeard and get to the control room.
Aye, aye.
So how many more levels could there be? Like
Wait.
3.
What was I doing again?
Motion sensors triggered in Sector 12.
It's like 3 more levels and that's it.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Do it.
Photocopying their butt.
Metalbeard, that was awesome.
First law of the sea. Never place your rear end on a pirate's face.
I am the computer.
Ooh, talking computer. He's disabled the shield system.
Of course. There are no movies in your area with that title.
I don't really begrudge these cutscenes either. I think they actually add to the game being kind of short. I think we're gonna find it's really short once we start playing in free play mode. If there was a huge connected overworld, a just giant Lego City, which by the way, Lego City Undercover is coming to PC, and inevitably I'm almost certainly gonna buy it, and hopefully it will be a good port, as it would be one of the newest Lego games and it won't have these problems of lagging. But for this game, it's missing that overworld, and it's missing, well, 230 gold bricks, which means it's missing probably 230 collectibles. It has only 15 levels when it should probably be closer to 20, although I don't know how you get to 20 because the story is so ridiculously short in the sense that it's mostly just running around, and chase scenes can't be split up very well. Anywho, that's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All that helps out. If you want to support me further, you can click on my name, Rydo. On the right will be a blue button that says support this channel. Click it, make a donation. And if you want a friend or follow me, there's a whole bunch of links down below in the description. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.